hire Charlie to read to my kids at night, get them to sleep.
Storytelling.
I tell you what,
yeah.
it wouldn't take long.
It would it? Immediate, like a light. Good morning. Yeah, we're talking about furlough this morning because it's coming to an end at the end of October. Now, you'll remember back in March, businesses were forced to close their doors and temporarily lay off workers. That was to protect jobs through the crisis. So the government introduced the job retention or furlough scheme. Now, workers were essentially placed on leave, but then received 80% of their pay, with the state picking up the tab. But the millions of workers using the scheme have cost the public purse almost £40 billion. The Chancellor said it can't last forever and has been reducing the amount the Treasury provides. So from today, employers will get just 60% of the wages paid to them for their employees by the government, with the rest being covered by the company. Then at the end of the month, it ends for good. But 1 in 10 of the workforce is still on some form of furlough. What comes next for them? And has the job retention scheme actually helped to retain jobs? I've been finding out. A really tough time for Faye and literally millions like her. Now, last week, the government announced another scheme will follow on from furlough, but it is a lot less generous than the original. Lots of freelancers like Faye still won't be helped at all. A very uncertain few months ahead. And, you know, we've talked over the past few months, haven't we, about the job retention scheme essentially putting millions of workers in a waiting room for unemployment. And we will find out the true extent of that come the beginning of November.
Faye just epitomises how people feel at the moment, don't they? Yeah. OK, Nina, thanks very much. A big thank you to Matt and Lydia and Chris for telling us their story, and also to beautiful Luna. And in some ways, they were the lucky ones, though, because people who started their job too late to be furloughed, people on short contracts, and some self-employed workers didn't qualify for any government support at all. Many of them have been left feeling really frustrated and abandoned. MPs think there could be at least 1 million workers in that boat, but one campaign group thinks it could be 3 times that number. And have a look at these pictures. And we've been speaking with Faye. She's a TV and theatre freelancer. She didn't qualify for any support. Understandably, it's been a really tough 6 months.